What?
We're here.
Hey, hello.
Once again, welcome to another episode of Brewhaha. We are making some more mead. We are trying some more beers. Our original beer plan kind of fell through. We had a hard time.
These are all Irish beers.
Yeah,
No, they're
very,
not.
very Irish.
Even this one right here.
They're not.
They're Irish. They're
not.
all Irish here right now.
Not.
So yeah, we're making a mead, and we're going to be putting a cider into secondary.
Yeah.
And yeah, aside from that, we're gonna be trying some nice beers. We tried to do all Irish beers because it was just St. Paddy's Day, but apparently the only Irish beers we could. I mean, only Irish branded beer.
We could have gotten 3 different flavors of Guinness.
Yeah, that's
and
the
a
thing.
Smithwick's. Like we used to have Hart. We used to
Which
have
is part of Guinness, actually.
Yeah, no, we used to have Hart. We used to have Murphy's, which I think is might not be Irish, but
We used to have Guinness. Not Guinness. Fuck. We used to have Killian's
so there's a lot of stuff because our current major distributor and Coors Brewing have had a multiple year argument, and it turns out Coors Brewing Company actually ships most alcohol in this country. So
yeah, our selection here in town has gotten pretty abysmal.
Well, if we had gone with the other idea that was thrown out, I could have found 1,000 fucking IPAs.
Oh yeah, but IPAs all taste the same.
Sort of.
Getting out of
Now, let us, since before we start anything, let's try a beer, and I'm going to say we try the Smithwick's first because
I'd actually argue we should get the water going because that's going to take a while.
no, it's
Okay.
not.
Actually, I need to say something now. Do you want to just pour the yeast in there, or do you want to bloom it?
We could bloom the yeast. That's not a
Let's
bad.
bloom it.
So
Okay.
that means you go ahead and start getting a bowl and some sugar.
Well, yeah, we need some where's the sugar?
You've been at my house so much, and yet you don't know where the sugar is.
I found the sugar. Do we
I
want
found
to
the
use?
nutmeg.
No.
Are you okay using that water for blooming?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's also those Ozark bottles over there.
Well, we need to warm it up, so yeah. Where's it? Okay, I don't want to take like an open Ozark. Where's like an unopened Ozark?
Right there behind that. Also, why do you leave the cabinets open? We're
Bad habit. Bad habit.
We are
Horrible
professional.
habit. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Are these already cleaned out?
But what are you doing? You don't need to boil the water.
I'm just gonna warm it up.
Lord.
Okay. You know what? I'm tired of you. I love you.
Wait, I was about to drink that with us doing our thing.
Okay, so what we'll do?
I don't even know if he's on camera.
We did rinse this out.
God dang it! Rinse it out.
Oh.
Starting off strong tonight, people. Starting off strong.
Oh, dang. Oh, you poured the beer for us. Thank you, Hewitt.
We're totally on the same page.
We are not on the same page.
We're not even in the same book.
We could be.
I mean, I'm just
Okay, so before we drink the beer and before we get on our randomness, eventually we got to come up with topics for when we do this and talk about them.
Yeah.
What Kyle is doing is cleaning out the carboy so that we can get it mostly disinfected or clean. You're really not supposed to use soap if you're going to put more yeast back into it. Okay.
I
figured we would all try that together.
Oh, we can try it together. I just wanted to, presentation.
So, we're doing a little bit of cleaning right now.
Okay, so we did it.
Now, blooming means you're going to add the yeast to lukewarm to hot or warm water. The reason I really didn't want to put it on the stove is if you get it too hot,
you kill the
yeast. So what you do is you get enough water in there, you put the yeast in with some sugar to wake it up and give it something to eat, and it starts to go to town.
starts to count. It's like, oh, hey, I'm alive, and I love food.
Eventually, though, we will have to try Jed's idea when he's here of just like what happens if we take regular like Feebring's bread yeast and put it in water with sugar and try to make alcohol. I feel like that'll be the
We should
crazy
need it
gooch.
for one.
Oh, we need this for secondary.
Oh yeah, we need it for secondary.
Program. Jeez.
I ain't with the program right now.
And maybe put the sugar back up after you're done.
And not spill it.
I'm gonna. I can't believe all the judgment I'm getting right now. I can't believe this. Hewitt's just looking at that beer. It's like I just want to.
I just want to drink and try the beer and do our beer review, which is the point of this, and not spill yeast all over the counter.
I see how it is. Y'all are just hateful.
Just a bunch of haters today, huh?
Bunch of fucking haters.
I did drink my Haterade this morning.
I have a
Okay.
bottle of haterade right there.
Okay, and we're gonna go like this. We're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, buddy, come on."
How about
now."
step over here?
Oh,
There you go.
hello, buddy. Hey.
He's doing a hip movement with this as well that you can't see underneath the table.
Okay. So
Alright.
we've woken up the yeast, and we've also made an ass of me.
Yeah, you did that.
The usual.
Just the usual, yeah. Okay. So first beer. That's sonically pleasant.
It's also putting the sugar up.
Look, I don't know what I'm doing here.
All right, so we got the yeast blooming, which means it'll get kind of bubbly and look like a sourdough starter. We'll show y'all before we add anything to it. So before we really get into the mead, this is a Smithwick Red Ale. Read it for us, Bosch.
So we've got Smithwick's Red Ale. Smithwick's has been brewing in Ireland for over 300 years. Like the castle at the heart of Kilkenny, where Smithwick's was founded, our brews have stood the test of time. This ruby red brew earned its rightful place as Ireland's most loved ale. Now brewed in Dublin, this red ale has a blend of mild hops, sweet malt, and roasted barley.
Okay.
What is that alcohol content?
It's probably pretty low.
It's on the front.
4.5.
All right,
Oh, that's not too bad.
so
It does have a nice, like, honey-like smell.
it does. It kind of has a biscuity smell.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like this.
This is really thin.
I'm definitely getting the toasted, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first you get kind of a sweet note, and like I said, the beer is a thin beer. This is not a.
This is
Not
like
heavy.
a drinking beer.
This is I've worked all day and I get a beer, and then at the end there's that toasted and a little bit of a caramelly note, right?
I was thinking it,
Definitely.
I feel like burnt marshmallow is in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe that's more than that. A little bit more of that than
Yeah.
the caramel.
there's definitely a malt forward, like, which is intended. Like, this is not supposed to be a bitter beer. Like, not in the sense of, like, you know, a hoppy beer. It's actually one of my favorite beers. It's actually, like, a red ale is what I think of when I think of Irish beers. Because I love red ales.
Now I will say this: in our neck of the woods, with the heat that we get during summer, not a lawn mowing beer.
No,
Probably not a lot.
this has
Grilling
too
beer.
much.
Grilling beer.
Grilling beer.
Perfect.
Like making some sausages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, or just steaks, or just out on the grill, just fucking shit up. Or
Anything to do with potatoes.
oh yeah, okay,
That's almost race.
man. Well, look, I'm technically Irish, so
No.
Scotch Irish, but still Irish.
All right. So also talking about Irish, we got some
Well,
Irish.
here,
We
you
got
have
some Irish pork cheese.
Yeah.
From. If this is not actually Irish, the company just says Irish. I'm gonna laugh.
I mean, we got a lot of stuff where it says it's from someplace. So let's. Your turn to read.
Irish, grass-fed Irish Porter Cheddar. The McCall family has spent decades in cheese business. advocating for family farms, clean energy, sustainable practices. I was about to say
They sound
particles.
American.
And truly authentic cheese and ethical food just tastes better. Iconic taste of Ireland.
Okay.
From New Jersey.
Hey,
Joy.
close enough.
So this is a porter
It's only
cheese.
just next door.
So this is Irish cheddar and porter crafted into a loaf. So. I like that. Now, the best cheese I've ever had was still that Belgian monk cheese that had Belgian triple L in it.
That's an interesting one because you get like almost the chocolatey notes from the porter.
Mm-hmm.
That is good. But to be fair, we're white. You know what they say about white people and cheese.
It's good.
Lo siento.
Ruby gets mad at me when I look at the cheese section when we're.
Especially lactose intolerant.
Yeah, that is true.
So, I just eating that. It's very good. But I've also had a crazy idea. Can we build a smokehouse and put that in it?
Oh, smoke that cheese after we buy it?
Maybe.
Or just smoke cheese in general?
It's a pretty soft cheese, but I think it could work.
Well, we're technically in the parish, so legally, yes.
Can we do both?
That's actually, I like that. I'm glad I bought that.
I'm gonna get more.
It's not as cheddary as I expected. It's not
Well,
very
that
sharp.
porter really balances through.
It's not a sharp cheddar, which is what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And I love smoked cheese, so. We're gonna eat this whole block of cheese, aren't we?
Save some for the wife.
Ah.
All right. So we are adding a gallon of distilled water to deal with no impurities from my tap. Because, Kyle, why don't you explain to the viewers at home what we are making as I come over here and just hack away the cheese.
He did the same thing as me, as just eating a whole bunch of cheese.
And I hope you guys got all your sound fiction. You understood all that.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. You're bringing it to Emily. I thought you were just making a sandwich.
So, I was the one that was making decisions today, and I wanted to do something that we haven't really done. Usually when we make meat, we throw in like all kinds of dried spices, and you know, we're trying to get like something balanced. And so, I sat down and I had to think. Now it's going to take a few moments to let that register.
Sometimes the think takes a minute.
So, I was thinking, I'm going to go for a balanced, all natural kind of way of doing things. So, I have 3 seasoning type ingredients. Vanilla bean, which you might recognize, lemon, and some ginger. So, the ginger is going to offset the sweetness from the honey. The lemon and its zest is going to kind of lighten up the mead and add a little bit of that tartness to it. And then the bean should help make it have a more creamy kind of flavor. So we will be adding all of our ingredients in the boil, and we'll be straining it out when we put it into the carboy. So,
For me, wife needs me to get her water and her beer.
But that's basically all we're going to be doing. Very, very simple mead, and we're going to see like what simple ingredients can do to it. Sometimes it's nice going back to more basic recipes.
So, first thing we gotta do is get our honey in there. Just start mixing up as the water heats up.
Actually, I'll trade with you. You can scrape this and give me cut up like an ounce, and I'll do the honey. So
I'll be like here, like a goblin. Great.
okay.
Okay, I gotta find a knife.
So one thing, if you've not messed with ginger before, it's got a skin that you kind of have to scrape off. It's very easy to scrape off. You can usually just use a spoon and do it. I would like to have like chunks. I say chunks.
You can scrape ginger with a spoon, but you do need to cut it with a knife.
Yes.
If you try to scrape it with a knife, you're putting a lot more force in it than you probably need to.
Do you want this much?
I'm shooting for like 1.5 ounces.
That's about the whole thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, do you think that'd be too much?
No.
All right, yeah. Do it.
Why not?
You thought I made a cheese sandwich.
Did you not?
No, I took it to Emily.
I thought you made like a double cheese sandwich.
Hey, towels. I'm making a mess.
I'm over here scraping the ginger. They asked me, what do you do by the living? I just scrape the ginger.
Good Lord. Everybody here's weird. Jed's not here for me to play off of, so I gotta be the straight man tonight.
You can't balance it out.
We're gonna balance it out with all the ginger.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat cheese.
That's why I'm not eating more cheese.
Huh?
I'm pouring the honey in. That's why I'm not eating cheese.
All the crimps.
Feel more. Here.
Let's see if I can flip Chris saying I got the crevice.
Gotta get the crimps.
Okay. Well.
What?
Language.
Don't worry about it.
We all use it, yes we do. And Chris keeps leaving everything open.
I can't help it. It's a habit. It dies hard. Like
I have small children. They get into shit. Okay.
it dies hard with a vengeance, like Bruce Willis in Dementia. I'm sorry.
No.
I need to shut up.
No, that one's not cool. That's legit not cool.
Yeah.
Leave Brucey alone.
Or else he's gonna turn into Batman, and I don't think anyone's ready for that.
I don't want to see.
I am so sorry.
I don't want to see Hudson Hawk be Batman.
I just don't want to see Batman on a walker.
Look, the only reason I want Batman on a walker is because we get a Batman Beyond a movie.
Eventually, we're all on walkers. And we're on a slab.
So, when do we want to add stuff? Do we wait for it to come to a boil, then add?
Yeah, we probably should have waited to add the honey until it was a little bit more dissolved, or else we're going to start getting a braggot. Well, not really. We're going to get the cheap version of it. Because we're going to need to make sure once it starts boiling, we keep stirring so the honey dissolves instead of burning to the bottom of a white spot.
Yeah, that'd be pretty important.
I can't save y'all if that happens.
Okay, you'd be too busy focusing on saving yourself.
There is no saving me. I just embrace the destruction that comes before me, like the juggernaut coming down the road. No, I'm talking about the legit version of what a juggernaut is.
The Juggernaut is legit.
No, he's not. I believe he is Charles Xavier's bastard older brother, isn't he? I know they're half siblings.
And he's also not technically a mutant. He's like
Cursed.
He's just really strong.
No, he's
he has
cursed.
like cursed magical powers or some shit.
He touched the wrong damn thing.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Well, look, that's like 90% of being a superhero is you touch something you shouldn't have. Either it's cancer or superpowers. But on that note, let's come up with a subject so we can talk, so we're not just randomly babbling like in the last episode or all the episodes. Which hero? Let's go. Let's start off with Marvel. Favorite Marvel hero?
Iron Man.
Okay. Chris.
Favorite Marvel hero? Can I get a trash can?
So you want Rocket Raccoon as your choice, okay?
If I were to say Squirrel Girl.
You know what? I'm fine with that because she's undefeated. She took down Thanos. Squirrel Girl is the only Marvel hero that has never been defeated and never died, as far as I know, outside of the zombie Marvel continuity.
Another one only recently, because I only really got into their comics recently, would be Moon Knight. But that's because I'm a nerd for Egypt, and
Yeah, you are. I am going to be it is a toss-up, and I'm a basic bitch with this one. It is either going to be Spider-Man from specifically the 90s cartoon Spider-Man.
The one where he's got like the web armpits.
Little bit. But also when like Peter Parker was still jacked as shit. And everyone's like, I don't believe you could be a superhero, Peter. And I'm sitting there like, he has pecs through a button-up shirt. My other one is going to be the Chris Evans version of Captain America. Mostly because Captain America, the new Captain America, takes the millennial journey. I'm gung-ho and ready! And then shit goes south, and by the end of it, I wasn't even supposed to be here today, but I'm here because it's my shift. Like, look at it. Like, also, I'm not gonna lie, my wife was like, oh, okay, Captain America, whatever. And then when Chris Evans was Captain America with a beard, like
Change your mind.
Like the millennial short cropped beard, I'm like, I'm also with her like, I get it. But those are my two favorite because one, I've always loved Spider-Man.
Historically, when I say historically, as a child, I loved Spider-Man. So Spider-Man would be like a default favorite for me.
I mean, but also you picked Iron Man. That's kind of like me saying Spider-Man. Like, well, then again, picking like 90% of the heroes in Marvel. They said, but why is Iron Man one of your favorites?
Well, as far as the comic book adaptation of him goes, he's not. He's actually quite a terrible character with no personality until they needed a bad guy for the Civil War series. And then they're just like, I know, Iron Man can be told into that. And so for some reason, Iron Man's suddenly bad guy.
Oh, it's because Iron Man wants everybody to register and give up their identities.
Despite being kind of completely against that.
Because he is like the biggest billionaire on the planet, making himself liable to multiple lawsuits.
And the government trying to take away his stuff. Doesn't matter. He's not a great comic book character. But I remember the Iron Man cartoon growing up. And it just, that was one I always watched. It's one I always liked. And then just the Robert Downey Jr. plays the best Iron Man ever.
That's because Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
Yes.
Drug addiction, alcohol addiction, traumatic past. The only thing that Robert Downey Jr. doesn't have that Tony Stark does is Vietnam vet.
Didn't mean to dice it.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, he's going crazy with the knife over there.
Yeah. Here. You can play with the vanilla bean.
Oh, okay.
Now, let me ask you, Chris, you said Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
Tell me about why you love Squirrel Girl so much.
Man, she's a good memer.
She
is a
is.
squirrel.
She is
She's
a solid
girl.
memer.
She's a girl.
Did you just cut the zipper off the Ziploc?
Yeah.
It's what Squirrel Girl would do. What would Squirrel Girl do? Defeat Thanos.
She'd probably chew it off.
Again,
She's a silly character that doesn't take... I mean, in the same sense, I like Spider-Gwen, because Spider-Gwen is like, I'm a character you shouldn't take seriously, I'm silly. Oh my god. I forget that.
Dude, do not waste all that vanilla bean you got on your thumb.
What do I do with it?
Just stuck your hand into the pot.
No.
Okay, no.
No.
Oh.
Don't, because you need to scrape out that bean.
You do need to scrape out the bean.
There is a not sharp side of the knife you could use to wipe off your hand. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
But we don't get views if I don't cut myself. Okay.
I mean, this is why I kind of like Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl, I think, started out mostly as a joke, right?
She is kind of a joke, but she's a fun joke.
Because, like, legit, she defeated Thanos after Thanos already got his ass kicked by the rest of the Avengers in that comic. But she is fun. Let's see, her power is she has a tail, she can chew through things, and she can summon squirrels.
Yeah.
That is a fun thing right there. That is like, what'd you do? I cast Find Familiar. What happened? Chaos.
Yes.
Now, again, I've already said mine. Spider-Man, because, Spider-Man's iconic. And Captain America. Okay, Captain America taught me a very important lesson when I was young. Because the very first comic I was ever given that I remember was a Captain America back around 91, 92. Unfortunately, it's in the Liebman art style. So, like, this chest does not make sense.
Oh, the one
Lights
where
out,
sideways and he's
No,
like,
I did have that one. But no, it was one of the action poses that technically his hip would have had to been displaced for him to run in that manner.
oh.
So, but no, it's like Captain America taught me an important lesson. You can punch a Nazi. Like, I grew up with the whole mentality that it's okay to punch a Nazi. I will not lie. I still kind of stand by that you can do that.
Oh, I gotta do that too.
Oh, you just cut it in half. We'll just juice it directly.
Juice it in, and then we'll.
Wrong half. Come on.
Oh my god.
You know what?
Really being particular here. Oh,
Dude. Bust out the Captain Marvel movie and diagonal that bitch just to mess with people.
I cut it right. Are you happy?
Leave it alone for now. We need to get this to a. Okay, we've actually gotten hot enough. Never mind.
That's why I handed it to him. So.
I'm gonna let you do it.
Go ahead and squeak. Okay. You're gonna want. Where is my sieve?
I don't know. Where is your sieve?
It's your kitchen.
Right here. So
I
squeeze
got
it.
lemon juice in like that.
Squeeze it through this so that we don't get any seeds in there because I don't want to dig them out.
You have a juicer?
No,
Oh.
Who has a juicer?
I'm not high class.
I almost said a juicer in 1997.
Who had a juicer in 1997?
Are you alright?
I'm not alright. I have been sick for the past 4 days with hay fever, and it's fucked me up. My brain is.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I forgot what I was saying.
I'm not sorry.
No, I'm sorry that you've been sick.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
I'm going to follow up with our question. Favorite hero, least favorite hero from Marvel.
Least favorite hero from Marvel? Reed Richards.
That's a villain. I have read the comics. Reed Richards is a villain masquerading as a hero.
Well,
Reed
I
Richards...
never liked the Fantastic Four as a group anyway.
Okay, I do like the other members, but Reed Richards is a sack of shit. Like, no continuity. Like, Doctor Doom and him are the same coin, and they're the same face. It's just that Doctor Doom isn't quiet.
Okay.
We did?
You want lemon?
Gross.
Lemons are delicious.
Anyway.
But no, like, okay, so you say Reed Richards. Mr. Fantastic is your least favorite hero.
Well, I'll say the Fantastic Four in general.
I understand that. However, I do love Ben Grimm. The Thing is always kind of cool.
Cool.
Johnny Storm is mostly annoying.
Okay, so you want to...
Go ahead and dump all the ingredients in and we can go ahead. Once you got that all added in, we can turn it off and let it steep and cool down. Unless y'all want to leave it on low for a little bit and get a little bit of a roll.
Sure.
A little bit of roll would be good.
Just the bean?
That's
I'll
all
actually
right.
crank it up
If you
too.
want to throw this in there just so it can soak and...
Why not?
I was going to say just put the whole spoon in there and just mix it. Let's see.
Getting that strong vanilla.
I can't smell. So I can
Smells
taste.
nice.
So it's not
Watch your
COVID.
table.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I
there's
can,
no one
I can
tripping.
taste. It's not COVID. I just can't smell because of the hay fever.
All right, Kyle, who's your least favorite Marvel hero?
Hands down, Captain Marvel.
Which version?
All of them.
Wait, so do you hate Shazam though?
Shazam's alright.
Shazam is
DC.
DC. But you don't care for Carol Danvers or the dude before her or the lady after her.
So Captain Marvel has frustrated me because it's one of those superheroes that's just go away. Like, it's never... They keep trying to make whoever the current Captain Marvel is into a thing over and over and over and over and over again, and it's never been successful. And they keep trying to shoehorn them in to make them successful, and they always fail. Go away.
I'll have a hot take here. I don't know anything about Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. I enjoyed the Miss Marvel series on.
I've not watched it. I will say this: I enjoyed the Captain Marvel movie. It was fun. I don't go to movies to expect them to be the greatest thing ever, but if I have to give you $12 for a ticket to go to the 11 a.m. showing, and I left the theater going, all right, I consider it a good $12 spent.
Right. My big thing with the Captain Marvel movie, it was just a Marvel film by the numbers.
Yeah.
That seems to be all they...
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the movies have been kind of that.
Well, the problem is what...
Like, if you go and... Or, go ahead.
I was going to say, what Disney needs to do right now is keep pumping out a couple Marvel TV series, because we will accept a lower quality from a TV series. It's one of the things, like with the Wish movie. It didn't do so well, is that they tried to go back... They tried to do a 3D version of the old animation, but because there was no motion blur that's in most 3D animated films, we associate it with the made-for-TV animation that looks cheaper. Even though they're going for an artistic style, it then hurts how it looks. So the thing is here is that if they pump out a couple like lower budget series,
well, a lot of the series,
but if you let the movies chill for like a year or two, let everybody get over the oversaturation of superhero movies, because before the Unpleasantment hit us, we had 4 comic book movies a year, and some of them were really good, and some of them weren't. But they all tied into a storyline that we were still kind of concerned with the Infinity War. Because every movie kind of...
Well, actually, I think that wrapped before the pandemic.
Well, the second movie came out during the pandemic. What I'm saying is you had 4 movies a year. And they were all related. And then once they did Infinity War, the new storyline seems to be like, we're going to start messing around with the multiverse.
And then the actor they picked got into a lot of trouble, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't do this! Can't do this!"
Not just that.
Are you talking about the Blue Beetle?
No, that's DC. They start trying to do the multiverse because multiverses have been big recently, and the problem with that is then you open up.
Well, that was a logical step too.
Well, no, you could have brought something else other than that.
Well, I mean, when you get into like multiverses and time travel, you also kind of shoot yourself in the foot if you don't do it the right way, because then you end up in a situation where it's like, like with Civil War, they lost, and so they basically just moved. They gave up on this one. We lost. Whatever. We're gonna go to another one. At least that's how I interpreted it. At that point, I just stopped paying attention.
My thing with Civil War was that they couldn't.
I'm gonna fuck up that cheese.
They couldn't follow the actual Civil War storyline. But okay, so my least favorite hero, you've already mentioned the one that I was going to throw out there. But my second least favorite is Scott Summers' Cyclops. Cyclops is just boring.
Well, I mean, if we were going by like who's the most boring, I would say that, but I don't think he's a bad character. I just don't think he's like that.
He's my least favorite hero, mostly because I don't need a platitude type of grumble mouth from my boss while I'm fighting a 60-foot tall robot. I don't.
Also, I'm going to say this in defense of Scott. Like, if you compare him to Reed Richards, he
not that bad of a dude compared to Reed Richards.
Not that bad of a dude. Looks cooler too. Shooting beams out of your eyes, and Scott Summers, he's like, all cool. And he's like, shoot shoot these beams. It's like, what does
but I
Reed
mean,
Richards do?
You took the dude that I was gonna say, and I didn't want to copy you, so I'm gonna go with my second least. If I had to go with my third least, it's actually Charles Xavier.
Charles Xavier, if you actually look into
Gets sketchy as fuck.
He's kind of a piece of shit.
Now, Charles Xavier also made Magneto in the 90s cartoon show relive the Holocaust. Like, Magneto's like, yes, Charles, I have one. Bitch, here's your trauma from childhood. Charles, I should have never told you this, you son of a bitch.
It's like, I already knew about it because I'm in your head. And it's like, oh.
You told me this when we were friends. I gave you this in confidence, Charles. So yeah, those are my three least favorite heroes. Hulk gets up there too because Hulk gets boring. All right, let's try another beer.
Okay.
I picked the last one. Y'all pick the next one.
Do you want to go or should I?
He's stirring. You pick.
I am starting.
Okay. So we don't have a lot of Irish beers anymore. It's just 3 types of Guinness and then
We don't have 3 types.
Midfits.
We just have one type of Guinness right here.
He's talking
Well,
about.
I'm just talking about in general.
Oh.
So I was like, what's the closest thing I could find to an Irish beer? It's a Boston beer, which there's a lot of Irish in Boston. We shit on the British with the Boston Tea Party. And Boston Lager, Samuel Adams. Okay, so
I think we might have actually drank Sam Adams on the show before.
we probably have, and we drank Samuel Adams.
No, we did. We had the Christmas Sam Adams.
Well, that's not the same thing as this one.
No.
This is a regular Sam Adams.
Which I'm going to say before we even drink it, I'm not opposed to. It's not my favorite.
It's one of those. It's good.
Rich, if your tea's so good, why didn't it turn the ocean into tea?
Well, actually, the tea that got thrown in the harbor was bohea, which until the Spice and Tea Exchange here stopped selling any of their smoked teas. Guess what I drank? Bohea, Lapsang Souchong, and Russian
So what you're
Caravan.
saying, you're a filthy redcoat.
No, I drink the tea that makes it that you burnt down a forest to get. So I'm still an American in that situation.
Okay.
Any case, hey, one of my favorite jokes before we drink this. How do Americans make tea if they don't have kettles?
Throw it in the river?
In the harbor.
In the harbor.
Yes.
It wasn't a river, it was the...
Yeah, it's a Boston. Yeah. Now here's the deal. Boston lager really isn't a lager. It doesn't taste like most lagers to me.
No, it's a little bit more bitter.
To be fair, this is probably what lagers are supposed to be. And then we get the lagers at the name brand companies that are the McDonald's and freaking Tyson's Chickens of beer.
Well, I mean, this is what they initially ran on. Like, they were the original... I mean, I hate to use the term microbrew because they do not...
They're okay. They keep getting... They're as bad as Disney that tried to make sure Mickey Mouse didn't get domain free and eventually failed. Boston Lager, or I should say Sam Adams, is eventually going to lose the argument that they're a microbrew because they are available to a much larger market and they produce the amount that could be considered a major...
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the reason why I would say they were probably one of the first big, quote, microbrews are at least alternatives to your usual just light Pilsner. It's because it was like one of the big ones I remember before we were even able to drink. Like, it was the ones that I think Americans were really, like, widespread introduced to.
Well, this and Yuengling, because Yuengling is still considered a microbrew, but even though it's really not. But
yeah,
I think Yuengling. The big thing is Yuengling and Sam Adams
didn't go national until very recently.
Well, it didn't go national.
It's recent.
No, its expansion to here is recent. I could get this when I started dating Emily, and I went up there. I could get Yuengling,
but they were very spotty. Like when Samuel Adams started going national, they went pretty. Then again, I was a kid. So I couldn't drink. So my understanding of this is like when I started seeing Samuel Adams advertisements, that's when I feel like they were going national. they might not even been in stores because you get advertisements back in the day for places
that we're nowhere near
yeah
you.
we,
Like,
Ruby,
we still get advertisements for Dave and Buster's.
are like Ruby Reds. There's no fucking Ruby Reds around here.
But here's the deal: to break down Boston Lager's flavor, it's a little bitter. There's a little biscuit note. This is still not a lawnmower beer. This is a grilling beer. This is a hangout beer.
Yeah.
This is not a I'm working and doing shit beer. Because if you drink too many of these while you're working and doing shit, you don't get shit done.
But it is, again, it's a good grilling beer. So
it is. Now, at the same time, it is light enough for a fat person like me and with my flavor of taste that is still a light beer to me.
I don't know. This particular one, it might just be today, but it's just not doing it for me. It's decent, but
Sam Adams is never something to write home about, which is also, I've said this on the podcast before. If a lager is something to write home about, they did something wrong.
Point.
Like, you're not trying to make something that's good. Like, if a lager is really good, it's something that's very drinkable and approachable. It's not something like, it's not going to be the barrel-aged Imperial Stout where, you know, you're going to be paying $20 for one bottle and it's 10% alcohol. That's not what it's meant to be. It's meant to be something that you can go to in your everyday and be like, this tastes good.
It's all right.
Yeah. And I know a lot of fucking
Europeans
Europeans might get pissed at this, but like one of the beers that I think also fits that is Coors Banquet, which is not the best tasting beer, but it's something approachable and drinkable. And
my thing with Coors Banquet, which is still sitting over there in that bag, is that it's a lawnmower beer. That's water plus one.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's water plus two, because water plus one would be like a light beer.
That's true, but I mean, we made the joke using that when we first started this. That was the palate cleanser.
No, Bud Light was about.
No, we've used Bud Light. We also used Coors Banquet, and we also used Coors and Miller Lite when we used to do that. So right now we're still letting that go, letting that steep for the vanillas. Make sure to get down deep so we don't have anything sticking to the bottom. I think we heated it right with that.
Oh, fun.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
His nose is just running.
Yeah, I'm just.
Should have gotten another block of cheese.
Oh yeah, money. Because good cheese is not cheap.
Nope.
Yeah, that's probably like what, $8 right there.
$7.
Wait, I've had more than my fair share.
This is good. Good shit. Good pay for it.
I'm happy with that.
Split.
Wait, no, I think we should give this to Emily.
Okay. Fair.
Like,
You go curry some good favor.
So, we were talking about Marvel. We were talking about Marvel. Did we get all of that?
We got our favorite hero. When Chris gets back, I think we should do the same thing with villains.
And I was about to jump over to DC.
No, we'll go to DC in a second, because the problem is.
Are we going to say DC, or are we going to break it up and go DC and Dark Horse?
No, they're all the same fucking thing now, aren't they?
Well, now they are. But back then. Back in the day.
back in my day.
Let's crack open another one of these. We picked them, you picked one.
Oh.
Well,
I already know what this tastes like, so we save that for last. I don't know. Let's get the mochi.
All right.
okay, fuck, I gotta.
So this is from Parish Brewing. I bought this because it's got adorable little blueberries on it. But it is blueberry mochi. Berliner style ale with blueberries, vanilla, milk, sugar, and toasted rice.
Explain to the audience what mochi is, quickly.
Mochi is Japanese
Technically.
rice candy. Rice pudding candy.
What color is it?
I don't know, you add shit to it.
Generally,
Mouthfeel.
it's white.
It's gooey.
Taste.
Depends on what you add to it. Most of the time, nothing. Because it's rice.
Tastes like sweet rice.
Examples.
Matcha mochi. Mochi ice cream.
Keep going.
Mochi mochi.
Need 5.
Nico, Nico, ni.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
It's 4.5% alcohol per volume. It is, yeah, that's it. I bought it simply because we walked in. I thought my wife would like a blueberry beer. I couldn't find Murphy's. So now,
Oh God, it's.
it is definitely blueberry. Look at this. That shit is,
Are you sure this is a beer, not a seltzer?
I don't know. It's
That's,
the Berliner style ale.
Is that Berliner style?
I don't know. You're the one that's all a big, huge fan of German beer.
Let's stick with one can for now.
Yeah. Emily liked it.
Okay, well.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Well, no, my wife likes it. My thing is, I don't like fruity beers. So first off, let's get it. Get a sniff and the snoz. That is definitely blueberry.
I can't really smell, but I'm getting a sour smell.
It is blueberries. It is sugary. I smell that toastedness. It is definitely
Yeah, I can't
opaque.
really.
I'm getting a lot of artificial blueberry.
Like the only
There's a
smell
good chance of that because we
Only-
realize how hard it is to do real blueberries, but
the only smell I'm getting is like a sour smell.
I'm not getting sour. But I will say this is definitely Berliner style because if you look at it, how thick it is. All right.
No, let's go.
Down the hat.
That's not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I get more toasted marshmallow than blueberry.
Well, I get
Ooh, blueberries are on the end.
It tastes like a blueberry pie.
I'm getting a little bit of that crust. What about you?
Honestly, I would drink the fuck out of that.
That's not bad.
I'm getting blueberry muffin with a
I can
sugar,
see like sugar crumble.
a sugar crumble.
Yeah,
I get that too. I
yeah
get
I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still getting that pastry taste in there. And I'm pretty sure that's the milk sugar.
No, that tastes good. I like that actually.
This is more what I expect out of a seltzer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't taste like a beer. Like, let's be clear. I don't taste any sort of hoppiness. I don't taste the
No.
maltiness. I just taste like a, like you said, a blueberry muffin almost.
The only reason it's not a seltzer is it's too thick to be a seltzer.
Yeah.
Seltzers
And,
are
again, not a lawnmower beer, obviously.
no. This is a unique one to try randomly when you just want to do something weird like tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like go back to this, but it
If
does
that
taste
was
good.
if I grabbed that out of an ice chest without looking, I wouldn't be mad at it.
I think this is.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be mad.
I'm gonna say it. All the weird beers we've tried, this is to memory the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Like, there's 2 ways you can do, like, fruit-type beers. Either you just overpower it and it just tastes, like, artificial, or it just tastes too like the fruit you're trying to do, or it just tastes like a beer with a slight...
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had, like, peach beer or something like that.
The Christmas beer from Shinerbach this last
Yeah.
year had that pretty heavy.
This is like a perfect beer that is like, it doesn't really taste like a beer, but the taste works. I don't really drink sours, so I can't really.
This isn't sour.
This is not.
Yeah, it's not sour, but like when I think of fruity beers, I think of
Usually
sours.
think like cherries are always a sour beer. Like I've never had a not sour cherry beer. My thing with this is like you said, that artificial blueberry taste. I'm getting the 99-cent blueberry muffin bag vibe from this, which is actually my favorite version of blueberries.
I would have gone a step further and said maybe that $2 blueberry muffin that you could get at Walmart.
Maybe. I was thinking of the one I like. I like the blueberry cheesecake.
It bounces between the two.
Yeah, I like that though. It really tastes good.
Like the smell is artificial, but I'm not picking up so much on the artificial side of the blueberry.
Just had an idea.
Yeah.
This would be really good with a scoop of vanilla ice cream in it.
Oh yeah, like do that. Yeah.
Do like the Guinness type float with this.
No, like honestly, in terms of fruit beers, this is probably up there with like. I'm not a fruit beer fan. I like my beer malty, so like to say this is really good is high praise for me, I guess.
Can we? This is a breakfast beer.
It's
You know what?
like if you're
Can I say that?
I would say this is
look
more of a
if
dessert
you're
beer.
out there enjoying your vacation and you happen to be
You
like
crack,
you
you
know
crack
what
one of these in the AM when you're eating some muffins at the camp.
or some
pancakes
waffles
or waffles.
Ooh, waffles and pancakes, yeah.
like something like this with some waffles.
Or a chicken biscuit.
Oh yeah.
I'm hungry. You guys want to go to Waffle House after this?
Yeah, I don't have waffles.
I can't go. I got a baby. Like when we're done, I gotta help Em with that. She's being kind and letting me do this.
Yeah.
Like if I had Waffle House money, I would be up there in a heartbeat, being like, "Hey, give me." My God, and now I'm thinking about the camping trip.
When we the reward the last birthday gift or going away gift for Devin was taking the Waffle House.
Yeah,
I do wish I could have been there, but
and then piss.
Yeah, the inside joke. You weren't there for it.
it's okay.
I kind of wish with this being spring break we could do that, but it's about to be real weird this next week.
No, we're about to. Ruby and I are gonna get a tent and we're gonna try to camp ourselves.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to camping more this year because I just want to camp. I just want to go out and chill out in the wild, fish.
Like the big thing is I really wish over spring break I could go to Darbone for a couple days. It's just not going to work out with Em's work schedule and both kids.
Yeah.
Just let me know though, so we can potentially do something in the future.
Well, Claire's thing, I think I'm kind of in the air because we're still trying to figure out Vince's birthday.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to take care of a sick doggo.
Yeah, fine.
Autoimmune isn't a great thing.
You still need to let me know on that. Wednesday I'll be in Jackson. Other than that, I don't.
Well, hopefully I don't have to let you know.
All right, cool. That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
That sounds ominous, but let's go into the next beer. How about you?
Actually,
Actually,
we need to move. We need the auto siphon.
okay, is that cleared out
We're
though?
kind of slamming through beers. Do we want to cut the heat on this and crack
Yes. We want to. We want
Yeah,
to cut the
we're
heat.
not
cut the
looking.
heat. Let it go down. We need the auto siphon to move the cider into secondary.
it out? We got it.
Yeah, okay, you got it. Anyway, thank you all for joining us tonight.
You make it sound like we're about to leave.
We're not about to leave. I'm just happy you're here. I don't know if anyone's there though.
It's a good feeling. Really good feeling.
Well, to be honest, I don't really care if anybody's there. We're just doing it. It's fun.
Oh, that's kind of the whole jam of this.
If
Look.
somebody like our friend from Europe comes in and talks about how cool it is we're doing.
Are you talking about Gizmo?
No.
Because Gizmo's not European. He's British.
There is technically a difference.
No, it was we were making meads and there was another guy. Not Gizmo.
That's been a while back.
That had been a while back.
That was when we. That was still when we had the computer in here with a monitor.
I'll let you do it, Mr. Professional. What is that?
I'm just kind of skilled at getting it in.
That's what she said.
Grab this.
Chris, you want to give me a towel?
Twilly?
Yes. I don't think we're gonna need it, but you never know.
One of the two bottom ones.
Probably not on the camera.
No, I don't even know if I am. Hey, by the way, if I'm leaning in, I'm actually on screen. We are putting a cider into secondary so that we can clarify it.
Yep.
It's the cider we made a little while ago. Oh, look at that. That's so kind.
You're so cool at that.
Look for
Anyway.
that.
I gotta go and do everything?
Yes.
Because I'm holding a pump.
I'm holding a jar that's full of dirt.
I got a jar.
You are on camera, by the way.
Who, it's me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, it's looking so good in there.
This is cloudy.
Oh, it's gonna clear out. Don't
Well, I
worry
mean,
about
yeah,
it.
it is. But I mean, also it's a cider, and we got like the very organic apple juice.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
Whip. Just want to rest it out.
Now look, right here, if you look, that yeast is getting alive and it's doing its thing.
It's doing its thing.
I can't smell anything, but it does smell like yeast in there.
Yes, it does.
As yeast should smell.
Smells like uncooked bread.
I love me some uncooked bread.
All right. Let's if you'll go put the cider back to bed because we're not adding anything to it at this point. We could, but I don't think we should.
Nah, just.
Ooh, smell that.
There's the slider.
You're asking.
Hmm?
Yeah, I can't smell anything to it.
I'll smell it here in a minute.
Yeah, I feel bad. Feel bad.
I don't. I want to eat a cracker.
Eat a cracker. Well, we can't say that about each other because this is Twitch. And we respect each other. Isn't that right, Ray Frecken?
Don't make, that dude yell what he yelled on the internet.
True, true. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it smells good.
Let me get my stuff out of the sink. We might have to dump active yeast into
Yeah, don't put active yeast on your couch stuff.
Oh.
So, while we wait for that to cool, let's say our favorite Marvel villain.
You might need a
He's an anti-hero.
but
It counts.
Galactus. I don't know.
I'll accept it. That's pretty good. Galactus is a very big threat.
And he's just like, I just want to destroy shit because I want to stay alive. And, like, that's the most primal of fucking...
Also, his life force is kind of connected to the continuation of the universe.
Yeah. So I like the cosmicism there. It's very Lovecraftian without the racism.
Yeah. I don't know how Galactus actually feels about people. He could be.
He's like, I am a
He is a
near
boomer.
godlike person, but I hate this particular person right there.
You know what? He just hates Howard the Duck.
He just hates Howard the Duck. He's
Did he
like,
play him?
No.
he is racist specifically against ducks.
Cal, who's your favorite Marvel villain?
I don't actually have one.
Well, if you're gonna come up with one off the fly, off the cuff.
You go. I'll get back to you.
Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom's a good one.
Because that dude, like, people try to say, Victor Von Doom's an anti-hero. That dude committed eugenics. The only reason I like Victor Von Doom is that dude has been considered worthy to wield Mjolnir, worthy to be a Herald of Galactus, could wield the Infinity Gauntlet without getting fucked up. Everything about Doctor Doom makes him a threat to everybody, and he fucking knows it and owns it. Like, that's the reason I like Dr. Vic. Also, he slaps Reed Richards in the face, which gives him points.
Yeah. He is specifically against Reed Richards.
Also, did anyone ever play Marvel versus Capcom 1 or 2?
Yes.
No.
Doctor Doom was such a fucking heavy hitter in that game. Like, you get him and M. Bison on a team, And you know the combos, you are wrecking shit, especially if you throw Mega Man in.
I haven't even played the newest ones. I'm just.
The last one I played is on PS3, so I don't know.
So that's, I think, 3.
It's been a minute. It's just that. Also, I will always love in the Marvel vs. Capcom game. It is the '90s animated cartoon show Wolverine yelling "Berserker Barrage."
Yeah, that's what makes it good. But yeah, Doctor Doom's good.
Yeah, Doctor Doom is a solid villain to hate. I mean, he is a good bad guy.
So, what is
Are
it
we
called?
going specifically with Marvel or just comics?
We're just doing Marvel right now.
Marvel.
We'll hit DC because we still got another beer
We
to
got
try.
another 2 beers.
Another 2 beers, and we still gotta let that cool down.
Mm-hmm. It might be worth crashing it out.
No, we don't have enough ice.
But we can get cool
The-
water.
With MEAD, you don't want to crash it.
What is it called?
Is it Thanos? Do you like Thanos?
No.
What about
Mentok, not Mentok, more Modoc.
I want to say what symbiote?
Oh, the symbiote or the
Yeah.
symbiotes.
Carnage?
Not just Carnage,
Venom?
but Venom too.
Oh, you
No,
like
the
the symbiotes?
Yeah, symbiotes. It's just
Rampage, Chaos, all of them. The symbiote god is fucking dark.
Did you just say symbiote?
yes. I don't know what they're called.
He's not
I don't-
a Spider
I don't
Man.
pay attention.
Symbiotes.
I don't pay
Watch
attention
the
to the
series.
villains.
The symbiotes.
The villains are there simply to be defeated.
Oh well, in the case of X-Men, that's not true.
Some adversity can't be overcome.
2 white guys.
And
Modeled
if
after
I'm not allowed
2
those, then
civil
I'd
rights
say like
leaders.
what? Half of me wants to say the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer's good, but he's also
He's more of an anti-hero or a sad
Yeah.
protagonist. He is a sad boy.
He
he's
is
a
the sad
tragic
boy.
protagonist. Yeah.
However, I do love the number of Silver Surfer knockoffs that go through the periodic table. Okay, so least favorite villain from Marvel.
What's the dude from anything from Iron Man? All of Iron Man.
Warmonger.
I-
The man or the
The only reason why
Manchurian,
Warmonger was good is because it had what's his name, fucking
now you're gonna do
Rooster Cockburn as the fucking villain.
it's the dude. It's Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges. That's the only reason why Warmonger was good. Ming or whatever.
The Manchurian or whatever his name is.
Or Fu Manchu or whatever racist bullshit.
Yeah, that was back in the day. But also there's the one that was played by played Marv in Sin City. The guy got his face all Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
He
yeah.
was not Iron Man 2 is such a forgettable one of the movies.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about the movies specifically. I'm just talking about Iron Man villains. They all kind of suck.
Yeah.
And even in the movies, they don't translate well. The only reason, again, Iron Man 1 translates well because Ironmonger is Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They
And
had some phenomenal actors in that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Don't buy a candle from
Like-
Pepper Potts stuff.
No,
yeah, like,
definitely not.
don't buy the goop.
Don't buy into Goop.
So
Yeah.
So Iron Man 1 is like an above average movie, even by movie standards, not just Marvel movie standards.
It was fun.
It was made before Marvel was bought out by Disney, so
That's also why, here's the deal is, you also got to deal with the fact that before Disney bought Marvel, Marvel was owned by 3 different movie franchises.
our Marvel characters were owned by different studios. That's why, like,
That's why
or what was his name?
the Submariner,
The Submariner is in the new,
Black Panther.
but they can't make a they can't make a Namor movie because they don't own the rights to it, but they can put him in movies.
It's kind of like how Disney can get away with Spider-Man, but and they're using the same actor, which is a beneficial thing, I think.
Yeah.
They can technically argue spectacular, amazing, fantastic,
Yeah.
because Sony still owns Spider-Man.
Yeah. And part of their deal is that they make Spider-Man adjacent movies. That's why you're seeing like
The Craven movie's gonna be so bad, guys.
the Craven movie. You're seeing like Madam Web, which apparently
They did so bad.
like apparently it's worse than Morbius, which Morbius.
Oh, they're gonna morb all over, man.
No, the problem with Madam Web is they did reshoots, and they didn't lip sync the redub of the lines.
Madam Web was never.
Sony just needs to shut down their movie division. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like,
Madam
there's no
Web
reason.
was always ever a side character. Like
She was the mystic living in between the multiverse that could fuck up your shit.
yeah, but she was always in like a chair. She can't go out. She can't go and do stuff. She
That's
was
because
always
she
ever gonna
controls
be.
she controls multiverse web.
Yes,
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like
she's
Sony
always
doesn't
ever
give
gonna be a
shit
side
about that.
character.
They just give a shit about capitalizing on the.
They're trying. It's like, okay, there are 2 Venom movies.
They're bad.
Both of them are bad.
They're awful.
And I'm going to say this. Credit to the actors,
Yeah, I mean,
But
but
it's
it's
just-
a good actor.
but it's
Like,
just okay. Woody Harrelson as Carnage in the second movie, or
that's
as
that's a good cast.
yeah, but
They had what's his name play Eddie Brock. Fuck.
Ed Hardy.
No, is it Ed Hardy?
Yeah, it's the dude who played Mad Max.
Is that his name? I don't think that's his name.
That's a trap.
Is it?
Okay, let me.
No,
I think that's a clothing company, Hewitt.
going back,
That's
I
Tom
do
Hardy.
agree. I
No,
do agree.
Ed
Tom
Hardy-
Tom Hardy might be the actor.
Isn't Ed Hardy a singer?
No, Ed Hardy is the Sparkle Painter.
Don Ed Hardy,
Don
American tattoo artist,
Yeah,
never
Chris is right.
tattoos,
Chris is right.
and his clothing brand.
Maybe I'm thinking like Ed
Tom
Sheeran.
Hardy.
Tom Hardy is the actor. Now, my least favorite Marvel villain, and I'm not going to throw Thanos out there because that's such low-hanging purple fruit.
I mean, but Thanos isn't a bad villain per se.
No, but I get tired of him simping for death. Oh, shit, I'm not supposed to say it on Twitch. I get so tired of him doing that for death.
Shit.
I just got completely demonetized for years.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There
He
it
does, though. That's all the story. It's like, why are you doing this? I want death to love me. You're boring, Thanos. My legit least favorite villain. And I can't remember his name. It's the asshole that controls the Thunderdome battle arena in Primal World, or Savage World. The big fat dude that has the spider legs and the scorpion tail.
Are we talking about Wild Wild West?
No. I'm talking about in X-Men, in Savage World.
Like the Mummy 2, The Rock, and the
Are we
Mummy
talking
2.
about the Duke of the Harkonnens?
The Duke of Perco? I mean,
Hold on. You know what? I'm going to do this just, and hopefully Google will save me here.
Maybe.
Duke of Harkonnen.
Big, fat,
Dr. Doom.
Who in the
spider
Dune movie
leg,
did a fantastic job.
X-Men.
I forget what his name was, but he was fantastic.
I need to watch the new Dune movies. I haven't watched them. The only Dune
Okay,
movie.
so I put big fat, and this is what like one of the results is fat Spider-Man.
Now you gotta show the camera.
Oh my goodness.
No, because I think that's copywritten.
Maybe.
Hold on, it is Savage World, right? Was it?
Yeah, that's so bad that it reminds me, but Kingpin is one of my favorites.
Kingpin is a solid bad guy.
I just like how he could beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, like okay, the Daredevil series on Netflix before it went to Disney Plus, the first 2 seasons, fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
And-
with old dude from the Cell and Full Metal Jacket as the Kingpin.
yeah, that
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I watched like what is it, the She-Hulk series, and they kind of did him dirty because they had to clean him up a bit. And
To be fair, he had to have a clean face at times. He is a legit businessman.
yeah, well, I'm just saying that it just didn't feel like. I hear Echo is really good, but like I don't know, like it's just hard to capture that first 2 seasons. of
Mojo.
Mojo.
Hmm.
Jojo.
No.
Mojo, Jojo.
Let me pull up a picture of this dude.
Okay, come on, Hewitt.
Okay, this guy. This guy right here. This guy from back in the 90s. Remember him?
Okay, that's really obscure, actually.
That I hated him because this is one thing. That dude made me actually
You gotta
vomit
show
up.
the camera.
No,
It's
because
not copyright.
no, because also my phone is kind of garbage, and it'll just be. That dude made me vomit hot dogs.
Nice.
Okay, so it's not him like as a character.
No, it's him as a character, but it's also he is literally gluttony, walking around on his spider legs with his laser tail, causing people to battle for his entertainment and whatever. Like I also feel like he would be an influencer today because like he's always televising everything. And like that dude just grabbed a whole plate of hot dogs and ate them, and it was like the '90s animation, so everything became fucking brown when it went in his mouth. So just like he was eating a whole mouthful of turds. But also the guy's voice was like this the whole time, and it was like, everything about him became
Is
so
that
annoying.
why you do like the annoying voice when you need us to hate a character in D&D?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, this is the voice I use for someone you're supposed to hate.
So,
Also known
after
as the
looking at
quiz.
design, I'm pretty sure they straight ripped that from one of the major games at the time, Dune, Quake, or
Yeah, look, that big fat body on little spider legs with a tail being like a grotesque monstrosity, not original. I just really didn't like that because also his dreads in the original 90s animation were all cables from like a computer.
Mhm.
And it was just gross. Everything about him was gross. And also the fact that he's like, why the fuck is your fat ass in charge of everything? You can't even do stairs right.
because he's doing spider things. Another beer?
Yeah, let's try Linwood Lager American Pilsner, brewed on Linwood Avenue in Shreveport, 4.2 volume from let's see, who is this by? Handcrafted by the 7th IP Brewing Project. Yeah, 7th Tap. Sorry, 7th Tap. So this is a company I haven't tried before, I don't think.
I haven't heard of it.
So this is another microbrew from Shreveport.
Oh,
Whoa, shit.
neat.
I'm just making sure it doesn't go all over the floor. This is the color of a lager I'm expecting, not what we got from Sam Adams.
Good old Sammy boy.
I don't know why I keep trying to smell things.
Let's have it.
But look, I can taste things, I can't smell things.
Steal the tab off of that.
Oh, we're going for two.
Dude, this is one of those I don't think it's going to be that offensive.
You say that now.
I do say that now.
And it tastes like mushrooms.
If it does, I'd be moderately impressed.
A surprise.
Little A, little B.
Little A, little B, you know, we're
So
out here.
this is from a company we never tried. That is definitely
That is biscuit dough and flour through and through.
it's a Pilsner, not a lager. Well, it says Linwood Lager and it's
A Pilsner is a lager.
Ah, okay, I know that. Now.
And it also says handcrafted.
That makes
You
sense.
know, looking at me like, shut the fuck up.
Wait, you're right. There's just a dude that's doing this like the guys who make Tito's vodka.
Oh, yeah.
There's not much of a smell. It's dehydrated urine color.
I love
It's very clear.
Let's try it.
That's a Pilsner.
It's just a Pilsner.
That's a Pilsner.
I mean, it's a stronger Pilsner than you.
It's not good. It's not bad. But again, it's kind of like I said with a lager. You don't write. This is a lawn mowing beer.
Yeah, this would be a lawn mowing beer right here.
Yeah, it could be.
I also think this one would have benefited from being actually really cold, not mostly cold.
Yeah, lagers are usually best cold.
Like this ice cold in an iced mug.
Oh, yeah.
That'd probably be pretty good.
And after you've, like, you know, either spent a day, like, fishing. I'm only saying that because I've been fishing a lot, but also mowing the lawn.
Fishing is his new Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
That's envy right here.
Yeah.
Look, I like me and my wife like fishing now. We haven't caught anything, but we'll get back to you next time
Probably
we
the
do
reason
this.
why they still like fishing is they haven't caught anything yet and had to touch it.
Shit, I'm ready for that. I want to fucking cook
You know
what I
what?
catch.
Go catfishing with your bare arms.
I
No
ain't gonna
noodling.
fucking noodle it.
No noodling.
Noodle.
I ain't gonna noodle. I ain't like that one chick on fucking TikTok that's like, I'm gonna noodle so I can mark these and do conservation. I'm like, girl, you do your thing.
Look,
You're about to get degloved.
there's a reason why some noodlers are missing these 2 fingers, and it's called a fucking snapping turtle.
Yep.
Because they will get into a catfish burrow. Also, catfish are fucking mean.
Yes,
Oh, no. They can hiss,
I know that they can hiss and they can fart and burp.
Yeah, they got.
Catfish are can still live on land for a hot
I'm
minute.
very scared of catching a catfish, not because I don't know how to handle it, it's because Ruby is going to be like,
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
yeah, because she already had a moment when we were out at the bayou where we saw alligators, and she's like, I didn't expect them to be out here. I've already told the story like 6 times, but I'm doing it for the camera.
You
That's
do it
not-
for the lulz.
And she was like, I didn't expect them to be out there. It's like, yeah, I mean, they just chill out.
We live in a state with danger logs. They're everywhere.
Like, honestly, I told her, it's like, the alligators you don't got to worry about. Especially if you see them. They ain't going to fuck with you if you can see them.
It's the ones you don't see.
Yeah. But 2, it's the snakes you got to worry about.
And
Snakes
the
are
cheap
easy.
beast.
No,
As long as you see them coming up.
yeah, as long as you can
Because
see
they're
it.
not underwater. They're always on the surface. And you can see it.
Well, here's the thing. If you're out in the wilderness, you really got to watch out for snakes because they can blend in pretty easily.
That say gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
And they can be in trees and just drop onto you.
Yeah. Well, I'm not as worried about that. If they do that, well, I'm fucked anyway. But like, if I'm walking around, I'm gonna make sure I don't step on a snake. No snap on snake. No snap on snake. No snap on snake.
No snake on snap.
No step on snake.
I will say, while we're on the topic, everybody has the Glasgow flag, and then there's like, oh, it's the
Yeah.
best. No. My favorite one is the Cobra, coiled around a grenade, going, I swear to God, I'll kill us all if you fuck with me.
I like the one where it's like the snake and the harness.
The ball gag.
Yeah.
Don't please step on me.
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
You know, the super tall dummy mommy to step on you.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? An Amazonian woman taller than you just going,
That, like,
get
look,
on your knees.
I would have no choice but to be like, yeah.
You're wearing those thigh-high, lace all the way up boots.
I'm just
I'm
like,
sorry, those seem like such a pain in the ass to get on.
I mean,
Like, yeah, it can be hot, but
most women clothes are a pain in the ass to get on. That aren't just like casual clothes.
so I've heard.
Yeah, like,
And yet, so they wear them anyway.
yeah. I mean, because it's sexy and
I guess. I don't know. I will never understand high heels.
I don't understand high heels, but well, actually,
We're guys, so
because calves look good in high heels.
yeah, if you're a leg man.
I mean, it just like if you see someone in high heels, you're like, she can choke me with those legs. Hey, Hewitt.
Hey, that'd be.
That's cool. That's cool. We're talking about getting choked with legs.
See, you say that, and I'm just like,
Choked with leg?
that's weak. That's weak sauce. You should want a woman that could smash your head with her thighs.
That's true. That's true.
Like Sparrow's egg?
Yes, like Sparrow's egg.
Okay.
That's
That,
cool.
one of the best parts of Wreck-It Ralph is Zangief just always slapping his thighs and saying something like that, and you're like, well, you are a bad guy, but you are not bad guy.
Anyway, we're talking about how ladies have really cool outfits.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
And
need to actually have pockets, though.
that's true.
that is true.
We advocate for pockets on all sorts of ladies' outfits.
I just advocate for pockets in general.
Yeah.
Bring back the cargo shorts.
Like, you could be wearing nothing, but just
Nerd.
have, like, a belt with pockets on it. That's cool.
A utility belt?
Yeah, utility. Advocate
We
for
have
women.
those.
Wayne Court, get on these women utility belts.
God damn it. It's just like Batgirl, like, why the fuck does my utility belt not have things for utility? And it's because
It's got
Bruce Wayne-
nodules.
That's true. Yeah, but like Batman's is nothing but pouches. Batgirl's is like a yellow rope and a buckle.
Yeah, and it's because Batman's kind of a boomer, and he's like, this is what women wear.
I don't remember this from the cartoons.
I'm just making shit
No,
up.
I'm going off of some of the
We're
comics.
talking about comics right now. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy, by the way.
Yeah. Sacred Saint. At least we still got Mark Hamill.
And Akira Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama. Oh, fuck. Oh.
That one hit us pretty hard.
Now, here's the thing that makes me
my
laugh
God.
is one dude tried to talk shit on that, and like the one thing that brought everyone on the internet together is this one dude talked bad about Akira Toriyama. And no matter where anybody was, the One Piece, the Bleach, like all the way back to Crayon Shin-Chan fans and Yu-Gi-Oh fans, all summoned guts from Berserk to smash this man, and he no longer has anything on the internet.
Good.
And
You
my,
don't talk about Akira Toriyama.
now I have seen one of my favorite things is what is now the In Heaven anime dream team. It's the dude who made Yu-Gi-Oh. It's the guy who did Berserk, and now it's Akira Toriyama. It's like, you will never be able to do anything because he's got a trap card. This guy has brute damage, and this guy can do a spirit bomb.
Jesus
I
just
perfect-
wanted a new masterpiece.
That's
The guy that made Crayon Shin-Chan passed away, too.
He
Fell
did-
off a mountain.
He didn't fall off a mountain.
Do you think he...
It was intentional.
Okay, he, in Minecraft.
He took the mountain slide.
Anyway, this got dark. So, what are we doing right now with the mead?
We're letting it
letting it
cool.
cool.
We're letting the mead cool.
Because right now,
If we put it in the jar with the yeast, it will straight up kill the yeast,
yeah,
and we will just have sweet water.
How does it smell?
the
It smells
whole.
pretty delicious.
Well, here's the deal. Y'all are a little nose blind. I went to the bathroom, came back. All 3 rooms up here smell like ginger nut.
Well, here's the thing. The
Hopefully it
reason-
wasn't too much ginger.
There's not such. Until it burns.
Hey, look, we won't. All that ginger will not be in there. It's just steeping right now.
Yeah.
And the flavor will mellow, and if when we test this in 2 months,
Yeah.
if we test it in 2 months,
2 or
and
3 months.
and if the flavor seems like it's kind of mellowed out too much, we just add more ginger.
And we can grate it instead of.
Right. And here's the thing to both of y'all.
No,
and
I want it chopped.
here's the thing is,
'Cause you want that
this stuff
surface area.
resides in my bathroom hamper in my guest bathroom, and we don't talk about it again for a hot minute until we remember we put 3 gallons of mead
Yeah.
in my hamper. We need, even if we don't stream it, we all need to.
Remember.
Not
Remember.
part in there?
Well, I think next month will be bottling.
Next month we'll be bottling the Earl Grey and possibly the cider if it clarifies.
God, that meat in there right now is.
It's clear.
Yeah, I was telling him
I'm-
if we do a tertiary with that, it would get even.
I'm
But,
looking forward to that Earl Grey. You know, a part
but
of
it will probably clear with even if we just.
Oh,
don't-
it's about as clear as it's going to get. The only thing that if we wanted to do it is test it on flavor and see if there's anything we wanted to add back. At this point, though, we don't need to put tea back in it, mostly because that's going to add too many tannins, and it'll make that bitterness come forward that will make it even more medicinally tasty.
What if I like
for you?
tannins so cute?
But you and I both like tannins. He doesn't.
No, meat is a dessert.
Mead can be a main dish.
Okay, what are we doing? Oh my
To be
god!
fair, so I did contemplate redoing the blood orange because Sam's has blood orange juice.
Problem is, does it have preservatives?
No,
That's
it's
good.
fresh squeezed in the store.
He just like pissed in my.
So this is our, I want to say, second Irish beer, and this is technically not even Irish because it's brewed in Baltimore.
Well, the thing is too, it's a blonde ale, which is I think has its origins in Belgium, This is a beer that Guinness made because they wanted to appeal more to a wider audience.
I guess you
A
don't
whiter audience?
No, I love blonde ales. Blonde ales are really good. I'm just saying that this is not an Irish ale, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh.
Because they made it in Baltimore. That alone makes it not Irish.
I don't know. I met some folks in Baltimore.
Well,
yeah, I'm Irish. I'm from Baltimore.
Anyways,
Is that how they sound?
We're gonna go with yes.
Let's read the words. So Guinness, they say, we refined our original blonde recipe for brewing at our Open Gate Brewery and Barrel House in Baltimore, MD. The first stateside Guinness brewery since the mid-1950s. That's all they have to say about it.
Oh, okay.
A crisp golden beer with a crusty, citrusy with a refreshing finish. It is 5% alcohol per volume.
Oh.
Brewed in Baltimore. Brewed and bottled by Guinness Company, Baltimore.
Pretty clear.
Yeah.
About as
Smells
clear.
like nothing.
About as clear as the Pilsner we just had.
I'm getting bread notes.
It's definitely bready.
Yeah.
But it's not like dark bread. This is a very light bread, very white bread.
Maybe a bakery that's been shut down.
So you're saying a sourdough?
No. Like this place used to be a bakery. It still has that smell, but it's not been in operation for a while.
You bought a former bakery.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
It's drinkable. There's a bit of a sour note towards the end. I put that more on that it's warm because I've had this before. This is almost a honey wheat flavor when it's cold.
Yeah, it's a serviceable beer.
Serviceable? I think it's pretty good.
This is a lawnmower beer for me.
Yes, definitely. It does go from like the sweet to having the sour on the tail end.
When I say serviceable, I don't mean bad. I just mean like when it comes to blonde ales, like there are blonde ales that like really stick out in my mind, like the Bomber Blonde from
the Burma Blonde from Flying Tiger.
Yeah.
Which we still need to do. One of us needs to contact them. I lost their info, so one of us that is social.
But yeah, I like blonde ales. They're my favorite lawnmower quote unquote style beer because I like ales and I like low hops, high malt beers, and like this is like a solid version of that. Like, I mean, if you're like attuned to like more quote high quality ones, then I mean, and I'd say that in a sense that like I'm being kind of like glib, but like this is like a good mass-produced version of a blonde ale, and that's not being shitty on it. I'm just saying like when it comes to God damn my fucking brain. Holy shit. Slap me, Hewitt.
No, we're online.
Oh, okay, thank you. When it comes to like blonde ales, I mean if you're like a connoisseur of beer, you might not be impressed with this, but I like it. I think it's good for drinking. If you cannot find a blonde ale in your area, this is definitely like something that you can go towards. As for an Irish beer, it's not really an Irish beer. Like most of the beers we had, we only really had one Irish beer here, which is an Irish red. But, you know, them's the breaks. Marsala Beverages, give us more Irish beer. Coors, please give us more Irish beer.
Marcel, whatever he's saying, just give me Old Rasputin and I'll love you.
Get us Old Rasputin.
Alternatively, just give us more beer.
Scrimshaw. Scrimshaw is so fucking... North Coast Brewing, just bring them back here.
Red Seal, Old Number 8, Brother Leonidas.
We need more than juicy IPAs, please. I'm tired of it. I don't need another fucking juicy IPA.
Are you sure? Have you tried this juicy IPA?
I don't want to.
Anyway, y'all, Baltimore blonde, pretty decent blonde.
Yeah.
Not necessarily anything to write home for. Does its job. Is tasty.
Which is I think I think that's like the perfect sort of thing for a beer. Like a beer, like, okay, like beer connoisseurs, you know, you can come at me, but like a beer needs to be a serviceable beer. Like it needs to do its job. That's what it needs to do. And when I say that, I mean, depending on what you're drinking and when you're drinking it and the context of what you're drinking, it needs to do its job. If I'm drinking a strong ass beer that's supposed to like knock me on my ass and be like super flavorful, it better do that. And if it falls short, I'm gonna be pissed. If it's going to be a lawnmower beer, it better be a fucking lawnmower beer. It doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be like the beer that makes me see God. But it's gotta be decent.
No, that was that hemp water beer we drank that one
Shut
time.
the fuck up, Hewitt.
That was so gross when we got
Oh my
on that hemp water IPA. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. We're going to let this cool down, and we're going to put it in the carboy. If you want to catch any more stuff that we do, you can check us on Team Bonus Action at Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, here on Twitch. We stream... Well, Mondays are still kind of off, so we'll be back probably... Well, next week's a quiet week.
Yeah, next week's a quiet week, but this Sunday
This Sunday we have Daryl one. Also, check out Topher and I on Backwoods Obscura, a very inappropriate cryptid / spooky podcast, where I've already been told I'm an asshole for shitting on supernatural things.
We've talked about...
Well, let the supernatural things deal with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't bring that on, man.
We've already talked about weird, obscure things. We've talked about things that you've heard about, like the ghost lights and
the Fufale and
the Rougarou
and the Honey Island Swamp Monster. Also, we're currently doing a charity drive. If you look down below, there's a link. If you don't see this because you're catching this later on YouTube, it'll be on our website, teambonusaction.com, created by our own very wonderful Frecky V. Right now, we are partnered with the Trevor Project to help LGBTQ plus youth who have been kicked out of their homes receive places to stay and get counseling, because sometimes life and parents suck. If this is not where we partnered with, because you catch this later, we usually are partnered with charities that donate to children, such as Batson's Children's Hospital, what we do with Extra Life, as well as St. Jude's, and I can't remember the reading project we did, Reading 123 or something like that.
I don't remember. We just help kids.
Yeah, we're here for that. We are not really kid friendly in our language and our actions, but if we can raise money to make the world a little bit better for the next generation, we are doing our job. Also, you can catch us on the hellscape that is Twitter at @bonus_team. Hey guys, this is Knox. It's not here. Don't let your meatloaf.
Oh my God!
They're eating her.
Oh, geez!
Now they're gonna eat me.
Oh my God.
Speaking of cryptids, it's been raining a lot, which means there's gonna be a lot of mushrooms.
Thank you for tuning in to another Bonus Roundtable podcast brought to you by Team Bonus Action. If you'd like to find more out about us, you can go to our website at teambonusaction.com, or you can check us out on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube as Team Bonus Action, or on Twitter at @bonus_team. And since Knox is not here, don't let your meatloaf.